Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world beyond magic and miracles. Good to see you. It's very perfect to speak about following your spirit. We all do it many times, not even aware. Even now, in this moment, it's an easy feeling. Sometimes it's more difficult because we aren't sure. As we know, we're clearly led in one direction, and then our signal leads us in a different direction. And we have to overcome the thought that we may be going in the wrong direction. But it never matters. It's always perfect. Your signal, your spirit rides in on a beautiful breeze. And tells you which direction to go out of nowhere. Always leading you to your destiny. The destiny being that you are destined to be. Over many lifetimes, through this individual incarnation, you are destined to become what was set out for you to become. And that journey is like being an apple tree planted in fertile ground, having to grow at its own rate in the perfection of itself. That apple tree may not know it's an apple tree, but it's an apple tree. And it will one day bear fruit for all humanity and beyond. And that tree is growing at the rate that's perfect for it, overcoming weather, bad soil, rot, and all different types of circumstances, but it's still an apple tree. And those that can see the apple tree when it's just a root in the ground, or when it's produces its first leaf, can see 1,000 apples and can see 1,000 people taking the apples from the tree, being fed, enhanced, and loved. And those are the lucky people, because they see the true you. They see the apple tree within the weed. It is a great gift to see beyond all the circumstances and the outward appearance. Unless you have come to this existence without the programming that is here, you must know that it requires great compassion and empathy and patience to know that their tree is blooming in its season. The words, "I can't believe they aren't awake," should never utter from our mouths. It only takes a moment, a millisecond, to remember that I may not even have been able to receive these words that I'm speaking today until today. And I can hold no person to a standard that I myself had to walk through. It may be 50 years, it may be 80 years, it may be lifetimes. But unless you came here as a being without programming, you too have not been awake. And when Jesus said to the men who were going to stone the woman, in my translation, I'll say, They said to Jesus, "She's not awake. In our law, she must be stoned to death." And Jesus said, "Let the one among you who has always been awake cast the first stone." And as they stood there with rocks in their hands, about to stone her, they dropped them. And Jesus said, "Then I too forgive you." Each one is on their path to their destiny. It is enough to see yourself. To continue to move forward, to surpass yourself every day as your signal leads you. There's really not enough energy to focus on others. The signals in your spirit are leading you to a destiny that is beyond anything you can know. There are no words to describe our experiences that allow us to see that we're not from here, that allow us to see the apple tree. And when you see the apple tree, your hands will go out, fully extended, open for the world to eat. In your fruit will be peace and love and harmony and gentleness. And those who eat from your fruit will never die. It's great to be back here in front of the rock. My broadcast was from my parents' house last week as I went to visit as my father went through some pretty big health challenges. And a little more than a week later, in spite of the severity, it's as if it never happened. And even though it happened in a short period of time, there was a lot leading up to the moment when something had to be done. So a lot of energy and a lot of power was being moved and exhibited over months. And no one can really know the immensity of what it is to go through that. Because for each person, it's unique. But in that process, the Spirit delivered its signal. And the destiny that was destined was moved forward. My friend, Mr. Change, rides shotgun with the Spirit. Waiting to be given the message to create different circumstances. Sometimes it's gentle. Sometimes it's a kick in the butt. It's whatever we need to arrive at our destiny. To become the tree of life. And even having to drive 4 hours away and have a different routine was perfect for me. Changing your pattern is a good thing. It lets you see that there are no attachments to anything. And there's a freedom. Beauty. Beauty is everywhere, speaking directly to you. The wind delivers its gentle message from the world of magic and miracles and beyond. Everything is directed perfectly into your field from your origin and from your creator. Your eyes are drawn to the things that feed your spirit, the sounds of the birds, the music that comes from nowhere, and the colors that have never been seen before. Many times the details of what is delivered cannot be transmitted with the immensity in which they were received. This is because the frequency that they are delivered on is exclusively yours. Only in your joy can that beauty be transmitted to others. If you allow yourself to listen, feel, and see all that is being sent to you, you will be overwhelmed, not only by the magnitude of the beauty, but also by the enormity of how much you are loved. Enjoy the music as it flows in through all your senses into the mystical unknown from which you truly live. As things in the world begin to shift forward to opening again, maintain that feeling of lightness that you have had, that feeling that shines all over your body. Continue to allow the striving of life to fall away and continue to drop the weight of doing as you put on the light garment of being. It is in this place that you will no longer carry the weapons of war that have weighed down the human spirit within the human entity. Instead, arm yourself with the only weapon you'll ever need, your smile. And when the mask finally come off, the smile from the face of a stranger will light up the entire world. And many will see a beauty in the human face that they had never seen before, for they will realize that they are looking at the face of God, and they will be blown away by the beauty and the power of its transmission. Once again, feel the lightness of the eternal you that is beyond everything as you lift above the physical dimension into the new world that exists right in front of you. In the silence, there is beauty. In the sound, there is beauty. In the sunshine, there is beauty. And there is also beauty in the rain. There is beauty in every unique expression. May the words that come from your mouth be full of beauty. May they flow like music. May they enhance all that are able to directly hear them and may they reverberate into the fields of all the universes like the sounds of angels singing in perfect harmony. Beauty is everywhere, speaking directly to you, and the wind delivers its gentle message from the world of magic and miracles and beyond. Follow your spirit to the destiny that you were destined to fulfill. You are becoming the tree. And now I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.